Hi Vinny, I thought I'd answer your question in a video. I thought it would be easier than me sending you a massive wall of text. So I generally do calorie counting on an app. I have done it every single day since the beginning of my weight loss journey. Right at the beginning I was 14 stone 13. That was the starting point. So yes, calorie counting every day. I walk as much as I possibly can. Instead of taking the car and being reliant on the car, if I can walk it, I'll walk it. If I need to go to a shop, I will usually park 5 or 6 shops down and walk a bit. That has made the biggest difference. Definitely at the beginning, just taking those extra steps to get to a shop or going to take the stairs instead of a lift. Just little tiny things in the beginning have really helped. Not eating junk food all the time, changing how I eat, eating better, but also still having things in my diet that I like and that I enjoy, not completely demolishing my entire diet. So you can have junk food, but in moderation. And if you have a massive meal that's junk food, and let's say it's not just like 1,000 calories, like 2,000 calories, for example, like a really big takeaway, you can have that, but then for the next couple of days, maybe 2-3 days, you then need to reduce your calories to compensate for the takeaway, and then put them back up to whatever the level is that then you're calorie counting to lose weight. I would also say that you should, sorry, I'm thinking bullet points here, not make it your main focus. Now, I spent a lot of time, multiple other times, trying my best to lose weight, and I would fail every single time. This time round, I did it differently. I did little bits, like I said, little steps here and there, walking, doing the extra bit. But the main thing that I think has worked for me is doing my weight loss, but making sure that is literally not the center of my universe. Because before, losing weight was like my life. Like I, eat, slept, everything just evolved around losing weight. And now, losing weight for me is kind of a side quest. I'm still on track. I'm still putting the work in. I'm still monitoring it. But I'm still going to see friends. I'm still going to walks in the National Trust places. I'm still doing my other stuff and my makeup. I'm still focused on the weight loss, but I'm not making it my entire universe, if that makes sense. And that has helped me very much not to fail. And also drinking water has been a very big thing. For example, I would drink soda, I would drink stuff like that. Now, there is a thing that everybody says is don't drink your calories, and yes, it sounds a bit, you've probably heard it everywhere, but it is very, very, very true. It is very, very true. And now I drink zero sugar stuff or water, or even if I have like a fizzy drink in the day, as soon as I come home, I'll just have water. It saves on cost of buying, expensive fizzy drinks, because big fizzy drinks, can be quite expensive. So I just drink water. I generally have a filter jug, so I have a water jug that's filtered, so the water's more nice, and I will just drink lots and lots and lots of water. Also, drinking water does help with your skin, but it also helps with your energy levels, is what I would say. And also, the positive to this, as you continue doing these things, is you do put them in. I do put them in my calorie counter. I still log them, so they're there. But I am now more aware of how many calories are in things. And it's quite surprising. It really is. It's quite surprising. You could have a microwave meal, for example, and a big chocolate bar, and let's say a big chocolate milkshake from McDonald's, and you've already gone over your limit. Because that alone is like 1,800 calories, for example. But yeah, genuinely, going on now, genuinely, my advice to you is just log your calories, walk a little bit extra if you need a car or you struggle to walk. My best suggestion would be park a bit further away from a shop, take a stop on the bus, one stop before your destination, do little bits. Do not make it your main focus. Make it something that you're monitoring in the background, but you're not 100% focused on it. And slowly, you'll see a difference. Very, very slowly. But again, you can have junk food, you can have things, you don't have to cut it completely out, but you can modify things. And something actually is very important is, me and my partner, I think the other day, we had a Domino's pizza. And I was like, okay, but obviously as we're doing this, I'm preparing in my head, okay, caloring it. But what we did is I modified my pizza, which I didn't know, and it tells you it actually tells you on the website what ingredients are going to add 500, 600, whatever you want to call it. And so I edited my pizza and still had the stuff that I like, so that my pizza wouldn't be as calorie heavy as it normally would. And also, when you have a pizza, have half the pizza, eat it that day, and then half the pizza the next day. And then that way, A, you have 2 meals, which is a plus, and B, you're not eating the entire thing in one go. I know it's difficult, and there are even times with me where I'm thinking, gosh, I'll never be able to have a full chocolate bar or eat a giant chocolate egg in one go, or a giant tub of ice cream. But you do think about it. But I think the main thing with losing weight is all the things that you used to eat, like McDonald's, KFC, junk food. When you diet and basically go into the space that I am in, genuinely all those cravings for those things goes away. Over time, it literally goes away. I do not crave right now ice cream. I wouldn't even eat it. I do not crave a giant chocolate bar. Do not crave McDonald's. Do not crave anything like that. The cravings for those will go away. And one of the other things, I apologize for ranting. I'm just trying to give you all the information I possibly can to help. There will be times where you will go to bed feeling hungry. And when I say that, I don't mean starving and your tummy hurting. That's not what I mean. Is there will be times in the beginning where you will go to sleep and you will be hungry, and your tummy will tell you that you're hungry, but you still go to bed. Now, I'm not saying starve yourself. That's not what I mean, because you should do it properly. But there will be times where you go to bed and you feel a bit hungry, and that's fine. The other thing is, don't go too fast, because you've got your resting burn rate. And I did this in the past because I've been skinny, big, skinny, big. And if you drop the weight too fast, like you push it and you basically have 0 calories, you've got no fuel in your system, your burn rate will go down. And your burn rate is literally what your body runs on. Let's say if you're in a coma or asleep, and let's say you're only having 800 calories, and so your burn rate's like 1,000 calories, because it's tanked, because you've lost weight way too fast and you've given your body no substance. So then when you start eating normally again, you'll put all the weight back on. So what you want to do whilst you're losing weight is you want to keep your burn rate steady. It will go down by probably like 200, 300, especially if you're doing loads and loads of stones you're losing, but you want to try and keep your burn rate steady and your muscle mass steady, because if you want to maintain your muscle mass whilst you're losing weight, because muscle also burns fat. I apologize, this was long-winded. I really hope all the things I said helped. Let me know, Vinny, and I will speak to you soon. I hope it helped.